For years, Ipob has been accused of crimes they never commit. Each time something goes wrong in the southeast, Ipob gets the blame. But today, the truth is breaking out. Okwuora has spoken boldly. Ipob is whiter than white. Criminals are only hiding behind their name to carry out evil. If this is true, then why is Nnamdi Kanu still in prison? Why is a man who has preached freedom and justice behind punished for crimes others committed? This revelation has shaken Nigeria's politics to the core. Stay with me because the truth is about to explode.
Now, the issue of Ipob, of course, it's obviously linked to the insecurity in the southeast. Ipob, ESN, and now the unknown gunmen. Do you think with all of these things, do you think that Nnamdi Kanu should be released or not?
Well, Nnamdi Kanu should obviously, clearly be released. What Nnamdi Kanu constituted was a indigenous people of Biafra, which is a body agitating legally for Biafra. But you know, in everything in Igbo land, some people will inculcate criminality in it. I've never had an encounter with IPOB. I've never had an encounter with the Eastern Security Network, so to say. Or what happens sometimes, somebody will send me a message that he's from commander from ESN, that I should send money. But if I don't send money, whatever happens, I take. And after investigation, you see that they are Yahoo boys, criminals. The only people I've had encounter with are those called unknown gunmen. The problem, I love to give you a first-hand information, so I don't say what I don't know. I love to say things that I can defend. The people that kidnap me are unknown gunmen. They are not IPOB. The IPOB that I know, they have meetings all over the world where they meet, and in fact, they registered in the UK, in the US, in Germany. We saw them on social media. Sometimes you see them in where white people gather. In fact, I think 30th of May worldwide, they go to parliament, they do peaceful march. It shows that IPOB is a legitimate organization or a people or an entity seeking to peacefully move away. Even though I am of the opinion that we have people in National Assembly who can also raise the motion the same way they are raising the motion of other state. So I won't talk about the Eastern Security Network. I don't know them. It might be some criminals parading themselves.
Don't you think that, you know, when IPOB instituted the ESN?
Did they institute the ESN? Did they?
Yes, they were the one that founded ESN.
I don't know.
Yeah, they did. The record is there. They founded ESN as the military wing of IPOB. So, and they empowered them. In fact, we saw videos then where we saw them with, you know, guns and other weapons. Don't you think that this same ESN are now the one who are terrorizing the southeast in the name of unknown gunmen?
Like I said, this is for the security.
I know you don't have a first-hand fact.
That is,
you're going to say that, but what do you think from your own understanding of the happenings across the region?
Okay, look at me now. I was kidnapped in Imo State, in Omaka. Some people are saying that it wasn't in Omaka, that it's in Bitolu. Some people are saying it's Ezioha. Some people were saying that I was never kidnapped. Some people are telling me to bring receipt of the money I paid to Money Point. Different people, different opinion. But I think telling you about ESN is wrong because I have no knowledge of them. When I was following Biafra was while Nnamdi Kanu was still out there preaching, saying things. I like some, I don't like some. I love to say things that I know. I'm seated here talking about unknown gunmen because they nearly shot my skull. Until I have an encounter with the ESN, or I'm not an IPOB member, but I'm sure it's a legitimate organization worldwide. Even in Nigeria, I think they are registered. They are registered everywhere in the world. It is difficult to find a country where indigenous people of Biafra are not registered. In fact, in UN Charter, they are legitimate. Even as the Ebonyi State, you have the right to go and say you want Ebonyi State to detach themselves from anything called Eastern Nigeria. You want to join the North. It's a duty of your lawmakers to go to Abuja, raise a bill, debate, and if it works for them, so be it. So I've had encounter with unknown government. They are barbaric. But for IPOB, I've not. For Eastern Security Network, I've not. Everything you said might be true, but I have not. Because I love to defend what I know. I don't like to dabble into issues that I do not know. Everything I tell you is something that is verifiable. Like going to Zenith Medical and Kidney Center. You might be 30 minutes away. Go there. If you see any sick person, ask, do you know Okwuora? Ask about 50 people and see the response you get.
Now, the IPOB was prescribed by the Buhari administration and outlawed as a terrorist organization. I think in that case, they are still fighting it in court. Do you think that people are hiding under the umbrella of IPOB to terrorize the Southeast? Just like you rightly said, of course, every organization have the extremists who take advantage of the popularity and reach of such organizations to perpetuate crimes for their own selfish, gain and interest. Do you think that the IPOB is giving a bad name, and that Nnamdi Kanu, who is the leader of this IPOB, has been given a bad name by the atrocities of those who do not subscribe to the vision and the true agitation of the organization?
You have heard it with your own ears. Okwuora is not afraid to say it. Ipob is innocent. The real criminals are hiding under their name. That statement changed everything, because if Ipob is innocent, then Nnamdi Kanu is innocent too. So why is he still locked up? Keeping him in prison means Nigeria is punishing the wrong man. In the next 10 segment, I will break down why Okwuora's revelation proves that justice must be done and why Kanu's release is the only path to peace. Watch till the end, because the truth you will hear will make you question everything the government has told you. Ipob's true identity. From day one, Ipob said it is a peaceful group, not a violent one. Their leader, Nnamdi Kanu, has always spoken about freedom, justice, and equality for his people. But in Nigeria, anytime something terrible happens in the Southeast, whether it is kidnapping, killing, or unknown gunmen, security agents rush to blame Ipob. This lazy habit has damaged their name. Okwuora's bold statement is important because it cleared the air. Ipob is whiter than white. They are not the one behind these crimes. They are only being framed. If Ipob is clean, then Nnamdi Kanu too is clean. So why is he still in prison? The truth is simple. He is being punished for being the voice of his people. The cover-up game. Okwuora's word revealed a shocking reality. Some people are committing crimes, but using Ipob's name as a cover-up. Think about it. The real criminals hide while Ipob takes the blame. This is why Nnamdi Kanu still in detention. The government knows the truth, but prefer the easy way out. Label Ipob as the problem. Why the actual criminals go free? This is not justice. It is a cover-up. If Kanu is free today, Ipob will be able to expose the imposters. That is what the government fears. The truth coming out, keeping Kanu locked up, only protect the real enemies of Nigeria, while the wrong man suffer. Nnamdi Kanu consistent warning. Years ago, Nnamdi Kanu warned that enemies of the Southeast would disguise themselves as Ipob to commit crimes. Many ignore him. Today, Okwuora has confirmed exactly what Kanu predicted. This shows that Kanu is not a criminal mastermind, but a leader who saw the danger long before it happened. That consistency matters. It proves that his words were not empty noise, but the voice of the truth. If his warnings are now playing out, Then, why is he still in prison? It is clear Kanu is being punished not because he commit crimes, but because he spoke the truth that those in power don't want to hear. Nigerians need justice, not scapegoats. Nigeria is sinking in insecurity, corruption, and poverty. But instead of solving these problems, the government prefers a shortcut. Blame Ipob. It is easier to point fingers at Nnamdi Kanu than to face the real terrorists who are destroying life across the country. Okwuora's statement proves that Ipob has been used as a scapegoat, but scapegoating does not bring peace. It does not bring justice. It only hides the truth. The longer Kanu is kept in prison, the longer Nigeria delay facing its real problem. If the government truly wants peace, it must stop scapegoating Ipob and free Nnamdi Kanu. Human rights at stake. Nnamdi Kanu's case is not just a political issue, it is a human rights issue. The world knows he was kidnapped in Kenya and brought back to Nigeria in violation of international law. Groups like the United Nations and Amnesty International have condemned this. Now, Okwuora's revelation adds more weight. Keeping a man in prison when his group is whiter than white is pure injustice. Human rights means nothing if innocent men are jailed while criminals roam free. Releasing Kanu will prove that Nigeria respects the rules of law. Keeping him locked up shows the opposite, that injustice rule the land. The danger of criminal hijack. If Ipob's name is being used by criminals, then every day Kanu remains in prison, those criminals get stronger. They commit crimes and Ipob get the blame. This confusion is dangerous for everyone, not just Ipob. It means ordinary people cannot know who the real enemies are. Releasing Kanu will bring clarity. With him free, Ipob can stand openly against imposters and clear their name. That is why Okwuora's statement is so powerful. It proves that the longer Kanu stay locked up, the easier it is for criminals to hijack Ipob's name. His freedom is the key to ending this deception. The question of justice in Nigeria. Can Nigeria truly call itself a democracy if justice is ignored? Okwuora's words show that the government has no clear evidence against Ipob, yet Kanu remains locked up. That is injustice. In any true democracy, no one should be jailed without proof. Justice delay is justice denied. By holding Kanu without fair trial, Nigeria is breaking its own law and the world is watching. Every day is spent in detention damage Nigeria image. If Ipob is innocent, then Kanu must be free. Anything else proves that Nigeria is not ruled by justice, but by politics and fear. The voice of the people. Nnamdi Kanu is not standing alone. Millions of Nigerians, both inside and outside the Southeast, are calling for his release. Elders, traditional rulers, church leaders, even some politicians have joined the demand. Now, Okwuora's voice added more weight. When the people speak this loudly, leaders must listen. Silencing the people only creates more danger. Kanu's imprisonment is no longer about one man. It is about the entire people. Demanding justice. If leaders ignore that voice, they are risking something bigger than they can control. The path to peace. Nigeria keeps saying it wants peace in the Southeast. But how can peace come when injustice is still alive? Okwuora has made it clear. Ipob is not the problem. So what is the point of keeping Kanu in prison? Real peace cannot come through force or prison bars. It comes through dialogue and fairness. Freeing Kanu will open the door For dialogue, it will show the people that the government is serious about peace. Keeping him locked up, on the other hand, will only fuel more anger and unrest. The choice is clear. History will remember. History never forget. It records those who stood for justice and those who stood for oppression. Okwuora has taken a stand by speaking the truth about Ipob. Now, it is left for the government to decide how it will remember. Will it free Kanu and be seen as a government that values justice, or will it keep him in prison and go down as oppressors? Nigerians are watching. The world is watching. History is watching. And in the end, truth always wins. Freeing Nnamdi Kanu is not just the right thing to do. It is the only thing history will respect. Now you see the truth. Ipob is whiter than white. The criminals are elsewhere and Kanu is innocent. Share this video, drop your comment, and let the world know it is time for justice. It is time for freedom. It is time to hashtag free Nnamdi Kanu now.